So now moving to the next section, we've done the first section, the second section, the third, and the fourth. Let's move to the next section. The next section we have here is, I think, available on your smartphone. Yeah, this the next one we have here. So let's try and get this also. So we've already extended our page to accommodate more contents. Like I said, your page could be extended, the eyes could be extended for as long as you want so that you can get enough space for enough content. So we have for this, we have available on your smartphone. So, yeah, so we have our text here. Let's centralize this. Also want to make sure we have 80 here. Like I said, between our sections, we're using 80 spacing. So we need to make sure we are consistent with that also and make sure this is also 80. So we have 80 here. Good. So then we have a sub-header text here where it says a lot of things. So we can just have our own, we can have our own separate text here. We don't need to really use what they have there. So let me just get this text and just have another text here. We can just say, or let me just have a random text here. This is just a dummy text. I'm just typing anything that pops into my head just so we can have it, on the page. So you don't need to really take this text serious. Just a dummy text. So I think I'm done with that text. Let's see what we have there. Wow, this is really long. So I can just shorten this a little, break it down. Yeah, so what is the text? Well, I have some typo here. So let me just correct this. Okay, gives you inclusive. Is that all? Yeah, I think we're good. So yeah, I can just reduce this again. Again, also, like I said before, I want this to be body text. So let this be regular. Then let's still leave it at 16. And then also, like I said, the line height, we want to make sure we work on that. So like I said, we use font size times 1.5. So this is going to be 24. Yeah, so you can see there's more space now and it looks more legible now. So we could leave this here because I want us to also work on something like they did here because I want to show something. So they have this weird shape here. It's not really like a circle. If you can see, it's not really a circle. Then they filled it with the web app for the website. So it's not really a circle. So that's why I want us to actually really use this design. I want to show you a range of things you could actually do with Figma. So to get that particular shape, we could just, it's very simple. We could just come here, pick on our shape tool, then pick on ellipse. So we can drop the ellipse on our page. Let's increase the size of that a little. Let's try 300. Let's see how that would look. Okay, let's try 400. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so this works. So yeah, so for this now, since we want to get that weird shape, it's not really like a circle. So we could just come click on, we have our shape clicked on here. Then we'll come up here to the top of our Figma. Top of Figma here. That way we can, how do I get this up here? Okay, good. So let's click on our image. Then we have some options here at the top here. So this one is for the mask option. This is component option, and this one right here is to edit an object. So we could click on this, and it gives us an avenue to actually change this shape to whatever we want. It's a perfect circle now, but we could just, touch it up a little bit, make it whatever shape we want. We could drag it up a little. As you can see, the shape is changing. So yeah, I could move it like this, could move it like this, could do whatever I want with it, basically. So that's why I actually wanted us to use this particular image. So, show a variety of what I could actually do with Figma. So yeah, we could extend this a little, make it look like kind of like an egg, but not really an egg, So yeah, so we could just extend it, do whatever we want with it. That's basically what this tool is for, the edit tool. It's just to edit the shapes and make it however you want. So let's leave it this way, without wasting much time on that. So also, as you can see, we still need more space. Oh, okay, I could actually reduce the size of this. Maybe the size of the object. Yeah, good. So we'll leave it this way. Yeah, so we now fill this now with our image, of the mobile app. I don't really have the mobile app, so I just got any image with something that looks like a mobile app online, and I just want to use it for this design. So pardon my pardon my image. So yeah, let's just choose image again. The same way we fill. Let me go back to show you that again, because it's still the same way we fill. So I click on this object. So go to fill, click on fill, and then I click on image. Rather than solid, I click on image here. So come here, choose image. So you can come here and then, okay, this is what I found. We could use this open, and then it pops up here. Okay, good. Yeah, so like I said, I don't have the mobile app for this, so I just got any image online and I used it. So let's just use this for now, for the sake of this design. And then we can bring our text down here a little. We could even, kind of scale this a little, make it a little bit here. Mistake there. So let's scale this a little, shift, drag. Yeah, so I now want to bring this down. So let me extend this page a little so I have more room to work. As you can see, the length of this page just keeps increasing. That's it about design, You just have to keep, once you need more content, you just have to keep increasing the length of your page to make sure it accommodates everything you need. And we are not even done. And yet look at how many times we've actually had to increase the length of this frame, and we are still designing, we are still going. So that's it. So you just need to keep adding to the length to have more options on your page. You don't necessarily need to stop here, because you have the desktop, you have the hero section, you now stop there. You could extend the frame and add more options to your page to make it rich, to make it have a lot of contents. So yeah, we're done with that. So let's also they have this button here, so we could add that to our page also. Could also have that to our page. Let's borrow this text. So from here, I can just change to download. Yeah, so we change to fixed width 16. Let me leave the button as medium. Trying to make a button with this. So again, auto layout, Shift A. Auto layout has been added. Center align. Can leave. Let's give corner radius. Let's make this 8. And then for this, we'll make the paddings. Let's try 16 and 12. Let's see how that would look. Yeah, so, and then let's add a fill as always, so that the image is more obvious. Let's add plus a fill to this. Which one? Color do we use? Let's leave this for now. So I could change the text color here to white. So let's use white here. Okay, good. So it's more obvious. Yeah, so I could actually even add more padding on the left and on the side. Let's change this to 24. Yeah, good, this works. So also again, what I've been saying, preaching all day with the alignment. We need to make sure this text and this button are on the same line. So we can work with that until we see that snap. That's when we know they're on the same line. Until we see that snap. See, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. So now we know they're on the same line. We'll also check the spacing. It's 24. Let's try 16. See if that works. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, so this 80. Okay, good. So now we want to make sure that I let me increase the size of this. I feel like this is still a little bit too small. I want it to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, so I want to also make sure this is within our 120 frame. 120. Okay, good. So now for this and this, okay, we have both. So yeah, we've got just bring this down a bit too. And the spacing between this, okay, we can leave it at 88. Yeah, so the next section is done. Also want to make sure we check the spacing between available and this. Okay, so yes, what do we have here between? Let's check what we have here. We have 12. Okay, so we can make sure this is also 12. This to this. Okay, 12. Okay, good. So we could leave this way. Yeah, so the next section is done, available on your smartphone. As you can see, it still seems like we need more space. We keep needing more space to do more things. So again, I'm going to include more length to this page just to give it that extra. So control and then I drag again down. Yeah, so I think we are almost done. So we just have this section and the footer left. So let's just finish up with that. Subscribe our newsletter. Okay, could have this too. So let's get this text. Okay, first of all, let's have the outline with the color they have there. So let's get this tool, rectangle, and I draw this here. So, but like I said, since this one is a rectangle, this one can actually go beyond the margins. We don't need to really stick to the margin here because this is just a shape, and we're going to fill it with the color. So this one can actually get to the edge of the desktop screen. So yeah, so we also want to make sure this is also 80 from here. So let's first correct that before we move further. 80, good. So yeah, we have this 80. So let's fill it with that particular color we have on top. Let's fill it with the color we have on top. Oh, okay. So yeah, this particular color, okay, good. We have it there. So we're ready to move on. Then our text, we said, subscribe our newsletter, newest books updates. Okay. We could also have, let's borrow this text, bring it, drag it down here. Then we send this to the top, bring to front, bring to front. So let's change this to white. Yeah, so yeah, let's now edit the text. Subscribe to our newsletter. There's more to that text. Let me check. Newest books update. Okay, so we could have that too. Yeah, so our text is ready. Also want to work on line height here because like I said, we need to make sure that we have good line height for all our texts, you know. You have to make sure they are legible enough. For this we have 32. I said, this is where this is where we change the line height. For this we have auto now, so I can just change this 32 times 1.5. That should be 48. So yeah, good. So now we have more space in here. We could bring this here, this one could now, let's even see if we can increase the size of this text to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, good. So that means we have to increase the line height too. So we could have more legibility there. So this 32, 36 now with times 1.5 will now be maybe 54. Yeah, good. So it's bigger a little now. So we have let's try 120 for this. It's like directly on the margin. Okay, so we now have our okay, text even array is even still bigger, but let's leave it like that. So then we have our search field. Let's just borrow this. Let's duplicate this. Let's duplicate this. So we'll just make it smaller when we bring it down. So this and this. So we could just shift and drag. Oh, I made a mistake with that. Yeah, so we have both now. And shift and drag. Why does that keep happening? Control Z, shift, click on both. Yeah, so we have both. Clicking on holding shift. And why is this? Control Z. Sorry, give me a minute. Let me see why it is not moving. Hmm, something's weird here. Okay, let me just duplicate it to see what's going on. Control D. Let me duplicate that. Let me duplicate this first. So it's this one that is not duplicated. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Why is this not duplicating? Let me Control D. Okay, so we have it two now. Okay. So let me just return this here. So we have to readjust this again because I had a little issue trying to get this duplicated. So let's make sure everything is intact here with this frame. Supposed to be 12, 6, and 6. Okay, good. So now let's get this down here. I want to use this down here. That's why I came to duplicate it. Rather than making a whole new input field down here, we could just duplicate what we have on top there. You know, sometimes you just need to duplicate your elements so you don't need to start repeating the design anymore again. So here, let's change the colors we have here to white because they are not obvious because of the black they have there. And then I'll also bring them to the front also. Let me change this to white. Then I'll bring to front. So that way you can see them. Yeah. So yeah.